Before we dive on into today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, Aowa.com. To buy runes, any item, weapon, or piece of armor in Elden Ring, check out the link in this video's description, and use code DTG at checkout for 3% off your already super cheap purchase. Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Elden Ring and we're doing another armor video, and today it's going to be the top 5 Round Table Hold Tarnished armors. So basically it's just going to be the people that you'll meet at Round Table Hold, the other Tarnished that you'll encounter, basically how their armors rank, how to get them, etc. So we're going to start off with number 5, the Royal Remains set. So you can see I'm wearing it here. It's got a really nasty burnt and rusted kind of look to it with bones sticking out of it. I'm sure lots and lots of people really like the way this armor looks. I do not. I think it looks terrible. But it is very edgy, I guess, so if that's what you're going for, works great. So as far as the pieces that make up this one, we have the Royal Remains Helm, the Royal Remains Armor, Royal Remains Gauntlets, and the Royal Remains Greaves. As far as stats on this one go, for damage negation, we've got a physical of 25.8, strike of 24.7, slash of 28.1, pierce of 25.8, magic of 20.6, fire of 22.1, lightning of 17.2, and holy of 19, giving it an average damage negation of 22.9. The suit also has a poise of 32, and a weight of 25.3, so pretty dang light. For other resistances, we have an immunity of 84, robustness of 135, focus of 57, and vitality of 27. So not ridiculously high stats, but pretty cool, I guess, and it's a pretty easy suit to get, so I'll show you how to do that. But the last thing as far as stats go is this one does have a special effect that it slowly replenishes HP when worn, so that'll be 2 HP per second per piece, to a total of 8 HP per second when you're under 18%. So it's not an insanely useful skill, but it does keep you from dying sometimes, because when you get your health down below 18%, that'll kick in. And if you're wearing the full suit, you'll just automatically regain 8 HP per second. So it can be pretty useful, but it's not what I would consider to be insanely useful, especially later game. As far as getting this one goes, it's probably the quickest and easiest one on this list, or maybe the second quickest and easiest, but you have to make your way over to Liurnia. So once you've either taken the bridge around by that method to get into Liurnia before going through Stormvale, or once you've gotten through Stormvale Castle, you're going to make your way over along this coastline until you can climb up underneath this cliff to the village of the Albinaurics. So you can see where we are now. There's the fast travel site, or I should say the site of grace. You're going to want to go up this hill, and there'll be a guy up here to kill, so keep your eyes out for that. And once you get around this corner, there will be a pot sitting here. You hit that pot, it will turn into a guy who will ask you not to kill him, and he'll give you half of a secret medallion, and then you can talk to him a couple more times, and then he'll die and disappear. Once you have that medallion, all you have to do is return to Round Table Hold. So after you've gotten that half of the medallion into your inventory and you fast travel back to Round Table Hold, the whole place will be dark and you'll get attacked by Ensha. He's the guy that you normally would find over through here, guarding the door to Gideon Ofnir's room. So he will normally be standing here. You can never interact with him or never talk to him. After you've gotten that half of the medallion, you'll fast travel here and he will attack you. Once you've killed him, he will drop this weapon that I'm wielding, the Clinging Bone Fist weapon, which is pretty fun to use. And then once you've defeated him, you will then come to the regular Round Table Hold and it won't be dark anymore, and you can run over into this room and his armor will be sitting on the floor. So that is number 5, the Royal Remains set. Like I said, I'm sure lots of people like it. I'm not nuts about it, but let's move on to number 4. So our next suit of armor we're going to be looking at is the All-Knowing set. So you can see that we're obviously dressed up like Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing one. Looks pretty cool, honestly. I think the helmet definitely takes a lot of Greek inspiration, because it just looks a lot like a fantasy version of what you might expect from a Corinthian helmet. But armor-wise, it's pretty interesting. There's a weird gap right kind of in the middle, which would be a serious weak point in combat, but I think it's supposed to look like an eye, as is his scepter, since he's all-knowing. So it's a real unique looking suit of armor. I'm sure lots of people would really like it. I don't hate it. It's just kind of weird for me. But so appearance-wise, there you go. As far as stats on this one go, well, I should say, for components, we have the All-Knowing Helm, All-Knowing Armor, All-Knowing Gauntlets, and the All-Knowing Greaves. Should be pretty obvious there. For damage negation, we've got a physical of 28.1 versus strike of 25.8, slash of 29.3, pierce of 25.8, magic of 27, fire of 20.6, lightning of 22.1, and a holy of 19, giving it an average damage negation of 24.7. This one, for this suit, we have a poise of 35, so a couple points higher than the last one, and a weight of 25.3, so the same weight as the last one. Still pretty dang light. Stats are just a little bit better than the Royal Remains set. So yeah, as far as that goes, then we have for the rest of the resistances, we have immunity immunity of 66, a robustness of 110, focus of 50, and a vitality of 50. No special effects with this one, but I would say, I think, at least in my opinion, it looks quite a bit cooler than the last set that you have. So basically for this one, Gideon Ofnir needs to die. And now I don't want to spoil too much for you, so if you haven't played through the game, maybe don't listen to this part here. But there will come a point in the game where you and him are going to be pitted against each other because you both want the same thing. You both want to collect the runes and you both want to become the Elden Lord. Once you've progressed pretty dang far through the game, like I said, spoilers here, so don't listen if you don't want me to spoil it. But once you get up into the mountaintops of the regions, you make your way to the Forge of the Giants, you're going to burn the Erdtree. And once you've done that, you're going to get teleported to the crumbling Farm Azula, and once you've beaten Malekith the Black Blade there, you'll be returned back to the royal capital, but this time it'll be covered in ash. And so you'll have to make your way up once again to the Erdtree Sanctuary, and when you make your way up there, he will be waiting there for you, and you will fight him, and if you defeat him, you'll kill him, and then once he's dead, you will be able to get this suit of armor, because it will obviously just be in your inventory. Alright, and so at number 3, right in the middle, we have Haslow's set. So this one is definitely a pretty ornate looking set, and I really like it other than the helmet, because I think the helmet looks really stupid. You know, I'm sure not everyone's going to agree with me on that, but I think it looks really dumb. And there is actually a different one you can get that doesn't look nearly as dumb, but you have to get it at a different point in the game. As far as pieces that make up this one, we have Haslow's helm, Haslow's armor, Haslow's gauntlets, and Haslow's greaves. For stats on this one, we have a damage negation for physical of 30.7, strike of 26, slash of 29.5, pierce of 27.4, magic of 23.8, fire of 26, lightning of 22.3, and a holy of 22.3, giving it an average damage negation of 26, so a step above the all-knowing set. Then for poise on this one, we have 36, so again, a little bit higher, and weight of 28.5, so it does actually weigh just a little bit more than those last two sets. For our other resistances, we have an immunity of 93, robustness of 144, focus of 58, and a vitality of 50, so pretty decent stats all the way around, and again, still pretty light armor. And so to get this suit of armor, just like I've got it here, you have to have progressed into the story, basically until you get up to the Volcano Manor. Once you get there, you'll do a couple missions where they give you letters and you go hunt down someone and kill them for you, until you get one that's the red letter. And the red letter is going to send you up here to the mountaintops of the giants, so obviously you have to have this region unlocked, and you're going to want to make your way to the Shack of the Lofty, which I can just quick show you, I guess. We're starting from the ancient Snow Valley Ruins site of grace, so you're just going to ride down and through this way. And so this is how you get to that shack. And once you get over here, I can't remember if he just invades you or if there's a little red sign on the ground that you can summon him, but you summon him in for an invasion, and once you defeat him, you will get your hands on both this suit of armor and his whip. So that's number 3. Let's move on to number 2. All right, and so for our number 2 spot, we have the Twinned set, which is a pretty unique looking suit of armor. It's like 2 bodies intertwined on each other. Again, not really going to be my personal cup of tea, but I guess this one does look pretty cool. I can agree to that, even though it's not something that I could see myself wearing too much in the game. Pretty cool looking suit of armor though. As far as components, it's made up of the twinned helm, the twinned armor, the twinned gauntlets, and the twinned greaves. As far as stats go on this one, for damage negation, we've got physical of 30.4, strike of 27.9, slash of 33.2, pierce of 27.4, magic of 25.7, fire of 25.7, lightning of 20.4, and a holy of 23.3, giving it an average damage negation of 26.8. So a small step above the last one. This one does have a poise of 40, so a significant step above Haslow's set, and it weighs 30. A little bit heavier too. For other resistances, we have an immunity of 83, robustness of 135, focus of 53, and a vitality of 105. So pretty good stats, honestly, overall. So stat-wise and appearance-wise, pretty cool suit of armor. As far as getting this one goes, there are 2 different approaches to getting this one that I'm fully aware of. The first one you can actually do before you've ever gone through Stormvale Castle. You can make your way up here to, so you can see we're at the Saints Bridge. If you follow this way over towards this little village area here, which I can't remember the name of, you'll actually find him mourning someone. So there's going to be a person dead on the road at his feet that he's mourning. And so I can't remember exactly where, but you'll find him somewhere over here along this road before you get to the village. He'll be somewhere up here mourning someone, and you can actually just straight up kill him and take the armor right then and there. So that's the first place that you can find him and kill him to get this armor. The second place is going to be at Round Table Hold. So if you've already come here and met him here, he won't be at that first place, so you'll have to talk to him here. He'll be standing right here. You can talk to him, exhaust his dialogue options, and then you can go over into into this room over here, where you'll find Fia on this bed, and you can talk to her. You'll have to do this a couple times, so you'll have to travel in and out of Round Table Hold to progress this storyline, but basically you let her hold her, and once the option for you to talk secretly to her becomes available, you're going to want to do that, and either the first or second time that you let her talk secretly to you as she's holding you, she'll give you a dagger and ask you to give it to its rightful, the person who it belongs to. And that person is D, Hunter of the Dead, and so you'll come out here and you'll show it to him, and he'll understand it and he'll take it from you. Then the next time that you fast travel into Round Table Hold, he will be gone from that spot, and you'll find him down at the end of this room. So he'll be in here, lying dead on the floor with the dagger stabbed into him. Then where you'll be able to loot the armor from his body. Alright, and so for our number one spot, we're going to have the Omen set, which is the armor worn by the legendary Dung Eater Tarnished guy. And so basically, once you've progressed far enough into the game, I don't think it's very far at all. I think it's just once you've killed maybe the first of the demigods, or it's possibly the second one, but whatever, then this door here by the Twin Maiden Husks will open. And inside here, you'll find the spectral spirit of the Dung Eater. You talk to him, and he'll ask you to go unshackle his corpse, which is down in the catacombs beneath Lindell Royal Capital, and he'll give you a key. Once he gives you that key, you have to make your way down here, and it's actually tricky to do it earlier in the game. It can be done, but you need to find your way down to the subterranean shunning grounds. And so the way to get down there once you've progressed really far into the storyline is pretty easy, because most of the city's covered in ash, and there's just a sewer drain that you can jump down to get into, so it's pretty straightforward there. But earlier in the game, it takes a little bit more finesse. Alright, and so if you want to get there before the capital's been covered in ash, you have to come to the Avenue Balcony site of Grace, and I'll just kind of zip through and show you the path to get down into the subterranean shunning grounds. And so that is how you get down to the subterranean shunning grounds. So yeah, definitely hop down, walk into this little side room here, and rest at the site of Grace, so that way you can, restore yourself, make yourself ready, and fast travel back to this point if and when you die. So now I'm just going to try to zip through and show you how to get there, so pay attention. And so that's how you get to the door. So obviously I ran through there beforehand and killed all the bosses before I showed you the little running through. There's normally a bunch of hands here and a rats in the room before and some poisonous plant spawn thingies. Real gross enemies in between there and here, but it's a pretty short run. So I'm gonna kill this guy. It's really cool, buddy. Because that just seems like the right thing to do since he's the Dung Eater. And we're going to be able to pick up the Sword of Milos, the Omen Greaves, Omen Gauntlets, Omen Armor, and the Omen Helm. As far as components, it's made up of the Omen Helm, the Omen Armor, and the Omen Gauntlets with the Omen Greaves, and it pairs quite well with the Sword of Milos, or Milos. For stats on this one, we have a damage negation of 35 for physical, 29.2 for strike, 35.6 for slash, 35.6 for pierce, magic of 28.3, fire of 29, lightning of 29, and holy of 27, giving it an average damage negation of 31.1. So significantly higher than most of the other ones on this list. This one also has a poise of 86, being, I believe, the second highest poise armor in the game. I think the only one above this one is the Bull Goat, so this one might have the second highest poise in the game. And a weight of 55, so it is pretty heavy. This one does have a special effect, is that each piece you wear adds 5% damage increase to the Omen Baron and the Regal Omen Baron abilities for a total of 20% extra damage, so pretty effective there if you're going to use those two attacks. I definitely think it's probably worth it, considering an extra 20% damage is pretty huge. As far as the resistances go, we have an immunity of 159, robustness of 150, focus of 135, and vitality of 181. So definitely one of the best suits of armor in the game as far as just physical strength and damage negation goes. It's a very, very protective suit of armor. That is the final suit as far as Tarnished from Round Table Hold goes, the Omen set. All of these suits are pretty cool, they're very unique, and that's how you get them all. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was useful, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.